Hello and welcome to cheapsheds.com. Today I'll show you how to move a shed across the yard by hand. Moving a shed across the yard by hand is fairly easy if you have the right equipment and use the proper technique. This method can be used to move a shed anywhere from 4x6 to 12x24 in size. If for some reason you have to disassemble the shed to move it, I have that covered in a different post. Of course, the easiest way to move a shed is with a crane or a forklift. But since you probably don't have either of these at your disposal, I'll show you a low-tech way to do it with common household items. A few pipe rollers, wood tracks, and any auto jack is all you'll need. These are pretty common items, so you can probably borrow anything you don't already have. A high-lift jack is the best. A hydraulic floor jack is the next best, but a scissor jack or bottle jack or ultimately any car jack will do. You'll need at least 3 heavy pipe rollers. I prefer 2 to 3 inch water pipe, but some people use 4 to 6 inch PVC pipe. And finally, you'll need at least 4 wood tracks of 2x4, 2x6, 4x4, etc. Whether you need these depends on what type of pipes you're using and if the ground is smooth and hard enough for the pipes to roll easily. Select a new site with proper drainage, security, and ease of access in mind. Prepare the new site by removing any debris, level it, and make your foundation if necessary. Clear a route from the old location to the new location, paying particular attention to any overhead obstacles like wires, tree branches, and the eaves of the house. Empty your shed of any heavy items. It will be okay to leave bulky and light stuff in. Strengthen the shed if necessary with cross bracing, depending on the construction and if it has any windows that might break. However, you should have few, if any, problems moving a sturdy shed. Jack the back end of the shed up at least as high as the rollers and wood tracks combined, then block it up in place. When I say the back end of the shed, I mean the end of the shed away from the direction to travel. Jack the front end of the shed up. Lay the wood tracks down on the ground underneath the skids, extending past the center of the shed. Place 1 pipe roller between the tracks and skids just behind the center of the shed and the other about half the length of the shed forward. Sit the front end of the shed down on the rollers, then remove the blocks and set the back end of the shed down. Now all you have to do is push the shed in the direction you want it to travel. As the shed moves forward, you'll have to keep replacing the pipe rollers, bringing the free roller from the rear around to the front as the shed moves off the back one. As you run out of track, place another set overlapping the original so the rollers will not fall into the cracks between the ends. If you want to change direction, just spin the storage shed on the pipes by putting a person on each corner and spin. Then jack the shed up again, reposition the pipes and tracks, lower it down, and push in the new direction. When your shed's in place, block it and level it. Maybe add tie downs if necessary. Then reload your stuff. Now return any borrowed items and thank your friends for helping you. As you can see, moving a shed by hand is fairly easy. The tools you need are fairly common and the technique is simple. If you need to move a shed across town to your new house, then you'll need a trailer. But that situation is covered in another post. Thanks for watching this video on how to move a shed across the yard by hand. To see the rest of my videos, go to www.cheapsheds.com/videos.